suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is. Now get it.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is a special edition of the Divisional Round Playoff.
The NFL playoffs are on EA Sports, and we've got a packed house here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And down to the 16-yard line. A big play there on the first play of the game. 59 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. On second down, McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Now it's Newton. The third down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on third downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you're all letting them know that you came to play.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here the Falcons now as they get set for their opening possession. And they will be led out by their 6'6" quarterback.
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section, where the columnists write, possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
14 yards there on a Falcon first down. Successful toss play to the right there. It's interesting. Teams seem to run the toss a lot more to the right than to the left.
It's usually a little more natural. Right-handed quarterback, typically your power side running the ball is to the right side with your guard and your tackle. In college football, they used to call it student body right because you had everyone on that side, including a fullback leading. In the pros, they don't call it that, but it's still the same result.
A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
Ready. Go. Let's go, baby. Can. Hey. You're out. Look. Squeeze. Get it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
I'm here all day. Check 50.
59. Mike is 59.
Go.
59.
Here we go.
Mike, check, 59.
Buzz.
Watch the run. 59, Mike.
Snap.
From the gun on third down. Herbert able to find Waller. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 45-yard line.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
91.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Yep.
Go now. Hey, watch that.
Yes.
Mike, 54. It's coming this way. Here we go.
Rock it. Hey, go.
Now they try the right side here. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 42-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day.
Hey.
It's going to be a long day. Mike's 50.
Hey, lock it.
Mike's 54.
Yo, go.
Kill.
Let's go.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. I think he gets a mulligan there carrying the ball because he had no shot, and that's why it went backwards.
I still remember in the summer we were at one of the training camps. You were marveling about how much those defensive tackles eat. I think he just inhaled a running back on that play.
Zipper. Hey, exit.
Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
All day, baby, all day. Hey, watch that. Check Mike, 54.
To throw on third down. Herbert, and that's knocked away and incomplete. The free safety, Trey Boston, there to knock it away.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes, even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
Check your hot read.
General West.
Mike, 59.
Hey, Delta.
Target. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Hey, let's get it.
On 4th down, Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. K-Wan short, and this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level. Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic?
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. On now, Graham Gano. He's hit from 63 as recently as last year. This will be from 56 yards out. Panther football to start quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. But remember, last year, Week 5, Gano was good from 63 away to beat the Giants on the final play. This not as critical of a kick or as long, but also not as successful.
You're exactly right about that. I was fortunate enough to be on the call for that game, you know, and me and my crew.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Brian Burns able to get him for a loss of about 3.
Hey, Haywood!
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Fight!
To throw on second down. Herbert. And he completes this to Russell Gage. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen. It turned into a really nice play.
He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that first down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little buffing. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
You draw perfect.
At the 16-yard line.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Hey, Alpha.
I got you.
Get it.
Looking to throw on second down. Herbert to the goal line, but it's incomplete. The free safety, Trey Boston, there to knock it away.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. The Falcons on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Right there.
Yeah.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. It's caught. Jones hit and the ball's out. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball,
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle.
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does. So, Party, next time we see this coaching staff, I want you to have my back here because that was really kind of a white flag type of Play almost a little bit of a surrender. Just turn and hand it to the big guy. Get what you can and be prepared to kick the ball away.
Here's Michael Pilardi now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Johnson jostles free. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Here we go. No! Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, let's get off the
Hey, Echo!
off the field, D. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Watch.
Go!
On 1st and 10, Herbert into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down, Newton. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Looked like he tried it all there. Tried to use some physicality, right? Tried to use some footwork, some head fakes, but he was covered the entire way. Dogged in every step. That forced the incompletion. No separation at the end of the route.
Taken in at the 22. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that first pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. To throw on 3rd down, Newton. He gets it to Thomas. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Falcons grab it. The big fella. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. They give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. There's DJ Moore as he and the rest of the offense head back out there. Looking down at the stats here, realizing he has no catches. They targeted him twice, but no catches. So how do they get him more involved, Charles?
You make sure he touches it on routes that he likes to run. Maybe even run a reverse or some type of a jet sweep so he gets his hands on the ball and get him active and involved in the game. You just try and find ways to get him going, and it doesn't.
He's got a man complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. He's going to look deep for more. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Newton to throw. Going back to Moore. This time he's got him complete. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, 46 yards. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Panthers defense as they get set to go again. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially give me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Julio Jones once again the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hurry.
From the gun, Herbert. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead. Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation. Or go 4 verticals because why not? Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission? Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there. See how that recipe works. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go, defense.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Gano the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
Here we go. Here we go. 30 base. Topper. Topper. Switch. Check. Wide. Get wide. Get it.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They run again with Breida. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Right. Hey, watch that. Go.
Looking to throw. Herbert. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
Falcons, first down. 1st and 10 at the
Hey,
50-yard
my
line.
7.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Get him. Mike's 54. Mike's 50.
Hey, wahoo.
Check tight.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
60 Pittsburgh. Recon, 132 fighter.
Check your backer.
Hey, zoom.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
4 down. Check. 4 down.
To throw again. Herbert. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Dante Jackson picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. From the 30 on 2nd down, Newton nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. Didn't come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And taken right on the 30. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
first down. Herbert looking middle, and that's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Hey.
That's me.
And he'll give it here to his running back.
Let's go, D.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Hey, Orbit. Ready?
To throw on second down. Herbert looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. In for the score, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So that drive, 4 plays. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. From the gun on 3rd down. Newton, and Thomas has it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Get it.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 7 yards on the carry, make it 3rd and 4 coming up. The Panthers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. They'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And now back out comes the offense. And this one not officially in the bag, but it's looking more and more like you and I are going to be in these same seats next week for a game to go to the Super Bowl.
And it's contrary to our meeting with the visitors, wasn't it? Remember when we went over to their hotel before the game, and one of the themes they kept hitting us with was, let's put the pressure on the #1 seed and see if they can handle it. Let's do that. Well, they're the #1 seed for a reason. Best team all year long. They're showing it again in this game.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. Right back to him on 1st down. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
He's hard. Hatchet. Out. Check hot route. Hot. Kill.
Get it.
On first down, here's Breida. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, Roy.
I'm coming up to you. I'm coming up.
2nd and 9 now. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there.
Mike, go.
On third down, Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it. Let's go.
On fourth down, Herbert. And no, it's incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Newton, that's to McCaffrey, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
It's our time. It's our time.
Get it.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Cam Newton, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Offensively, pretty effective option play there for the score.
Certainly was, and it appeared to me that the defense overshifted and overplayed the trail back, the pitch man, and almost forgot about the quarterback. In fact, they did forget about the quarterback, and he turned it into a touchdown.
Just a 4-play drive that time. And the final piece to the puzzle was the Cam Newton touchdown run. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now this offense about ready to take over again. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The Falcons on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Herbert got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing on 1st down. Herbert. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Dante Jackson picks it, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. And that gives... And, Charles, if you're the coach of the losing team, even though you made it to the playoffs and there's part of that that feels good, what do you say to your guys after?
I think you probably tell them how proud you are of them to make the effort to get to this game and then point them towards the future. If we're good enough to get here, all we've got to do is work harder, be better, and we can be good enough to go farther next season.